So what we know about the Worldkillers is incredibly limited, but we have a slightly bigger picture about the Worldkillers in the DC Comics. The Worldkillers were created by Kryptonian scientists that were led by Supergirl's father. What? Yes. Most of them were just upgraded alien species, but they reached power levels high enough to challenge Supergirl. Of course, like all mad scientists, they realized that the monsters they created were a threat to all life, so they were ordered to be destroyed. And instead of destroy them, Supergirl's father decided to let them live. What? Of course. 5 Worldkillers managed to survive the destruction of Krypton, and eventually one of them ran into Supergirl. Reign was the first Worldkiller to meet Supergirl, and when they fought, Reign easily beat down Supergirl. I mean, it wasn't even a contest. Reign just beat her down. And then she left her stranded on the floating rock in space to be thrown into a sun. You know, superhero problems. Because the Worldkillers were looking for answers about their names, origins, purpose, they decided to go to Earth, figuring that the new home of Kryptonians would have the answers. Supergirl ended up fighting 4 Worldkillers at the same time, and she did a decent job holding her own. She was able to wound one of them so bad that Reign chose to leave and get her friend medical attention. They all had really weird powers, not just your average super strength and flight. The weirdest one was the 5th Worldkiller that we don't find out about until Reign decides to leave. And that Worldkiller left the group prior to meeting Supergirl. The 5th Worldkiller was a biologically enhanced parasite that believed his purpose was to make alien planets stronger, but it did this by killing the weak and helpless of every race. He took over the body of a Diasporan and gained control of their massive army. Unknowingly, Supergirl, who was part of the Red Lantern Corps at the time, was saving different worlds from his army. So the 5th Worldkiller sends his soldiers out to capture her, and with the power of a Kryptonian with a red power ring, he was gonna take her body and become virtually unstoppable. The crazy thing was that when Supergirl beats him the first time, she thinks that she kills him, but it turns out that he let the body die so that he could prepare to take hers. Supergirl lets him take her body to save some people because, you know, he was doing the whole, if you don't give me your body, I'm gonna kill a bunch of civilians tactic. Then she decides to fly into the sun trying to kill him, but only destroys her power ring and dies for about 3 seconds. When she comes out of the sun, she throws him back into the sun again because, you know, if at first you don't succeed, blah 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 blah. Honestly, this whole thing with the sun was just a loophole to get rid of her ring and not kill her, because the yellow sun rays would just bring her back to life. But it worked. Point is, she killed the Worldkiller, and the other 4 Worldkillers have just disappeared after DC Rebirth. Nobody knows where they are. Will they show up again? I don't know. But now Reign is the main villain of Supergirl Season 3, and she is definitely overpowered. I mean, she worked Supergirl over pretty hard. You guys saw this, right? It's because she has altered biology just like her comic book counterpart, but she's also Kryptonian on the show, so her powers are just ridiculous. But I'm sure that Supergirl and her friends will figure out a way to beat all the Worldkillers. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know the CW.